Hi, Coach Burrow's traveling with you on the coach's road. The great Sue Bird said, "The best version of myself comes out when I help my teammates raise their level." When she passes for the assist, it's basketball's reward for sharing the ball. We explored it over a year ago, but there's so much more in his biography. This episode, we examine its timeline, the coming of age of the assist. There was a time in basketball when this was not an assist, nor this. How could that be? Well, no such stat existed. Then, after decades of waiting, the assist made the big show, and thus began another decades-long struggle to decide what was or was not an assist. In this 1948 game, no assist on this basket. Why? A confusing definition. The assist, the pass to the open person, so valued in offensive systems and sets at all coaching levels. What coach has not said, move the ball, share the ball, hit the open man or woman? It's logical that the open teammate will have the best chance to score because it's consistently the highest percentage shot. But for over 55 years, no box score reward for the setup person for his or her correct pass. In game history, the open person has a shot more often because a teammate found him or her open. Drive, kick to Curry, catch and shoot. Pick and roll. Beckers hits the roller. Push to find numbers. Here's Beckers again, who finds the three-point shooter. Or even a rare talent drawing extreme double, even triple team coverage, gives it up. That's Jordan to Kerr. Today, all are assists, but not always. Here's one of the landmark assists in NBA history. Chris Bosh, offensive rebound, inside-out pass. Ray Allen, forcing overtime in 2016 with the three-point hit. The Heat then won in 7 games. If that play had happened in an era of, say, 1946, somewhere into the 1960s, the official scorer would have denied Bosh the assist, stipulating that Allen backpedaling, getting his feet set, elevating from 24 feet out was purely skill of the shooter, with no direct help from the passer. Bosh, the scorer, would have said, you get a rebound. Unless it's 1946, they didn't keep rebounds until 1950. Now we're in 1948. Behind the back bounce pass from the point guard of the Baltimore Bullets for this deep three shot. That's a three-pointer today. No assist for the pass to set up the shot. Again, skill of the shooter. The pass had to lead to a no-dribble layup like this 1948 assist. The assist has had a difficult trip in its long journey to come of age and attain its current prominence, now considered among the game's most celebrated statistics. For over half a century after game invention, using the word assist would have brought a puzzled look from basketball coaches, players, fans, as it did not exist in their game. It was a well-known hockey term where assists had been rewarded since 1917. The BAA commissioner was also commissioner of the Professional American Hockey League. It's suspected that's where basketball adopted rewarding the pass that led to the goal, the basket. James Naismith's eureka moment to create the game was can't run with the ball. He wanted the pass to be imperative in his game. Of his famous 13, here's rule number 1. The ball may be thrown, we say passed now, in any direction. He wrote, science of the game, the mind is superior to brute force. He wanted his to be a high IQ game. He would have loved the assist, watching camaraderie of the pass for the good of team and teammate. When it finally does enter the game, it's not defined in writing what an assist is. Apparently, the front office makes a phone call, said assists will be kept because we see it with our hockey teams. We want it in our basketball teams too. It's an exhausting, long trip, but now it's in the league. The assist is greeted by the official scorer with the warmth and trust of Marty McFly's vice principal, Mr. Strickland.
McFly, you're a slacker.
The Strickland School official scorers are just not going to give a mere pass credit for the shooter's basket. Quit trying to coattail credit, you slacker. Since there's no written declaration, every scorer had to decide what's an assist. So you can imagine the disarray, the inconsistency. After the first season, Ernie Calvary of Providence led the NBA in assists, 3.4. Certainly the second season would be easier. Nope, it got tougher. He's the leader again, this time 2.5. In 1946, here's our coach's road rendering. It appears there's one man, maybe not as grumpy as this guy, sitting at the scorer's table to keep all the statistics. The other person is the game clock operator. But the one thing all official scorers seem to agree on is this kind of make gets no assist, could not warrant an assist because of the skill of the shooter perception that would last for decades. At the end of the second season, the BAA defines it along with the National Basketball Committee. An assist is to be credited by the official scorer to a player who passes the ball to a teammate in such a way that the recipient scores directly without having to maneuver or elude a defender. Clark, she would get an assist here. Stockton would get an assist. Stockton here. This was the night he had 28 assists in 1991. But his player had to dribble and then had to elude by shooting over a heavy contest. By not addressing it in the new 1948 definition, the prevailing call remained no assist on a perimeter make. And while the word dribble is not used, almost any dribble eliminated the assist as it was used to maneuver or elude. What I found surprising, despite restrictions, the assist is growing and growing quickly. There are now 6 to 8 men who are working the game. Here are the leaders. After Calvary, it's Andy Phillip. He had 4 in a row. His high got up to 6.3. The Celtics' Bob Cousy won 7 in a row, and he takes the average all the way up to a high of 9.5. But it's not until 1961-62 that there's a double-digit assist leader. Oscar Robertson, 11. It's the 1970s that the NBA relaxes its assist rule. An assist is awarded to the player who passes the ball to a teammate in a way that leads directly to a made basket. The scorer may take 1 or more dribbles, as long as the pass clearly contributed to the scoring opportunity. Clearly contributed and allowing dribbles gives the official scorer flexibility to admire the skills of perimeter shooters, but still award an assist to the passer. Now Stockton's 1991 pass, it's an assist. The skip pass contributed, and the dribble is approved. But perhaps the critical underlying reason for elevating the profile of the assist, the rise of the vaunted and valued triple-double. There was no such brand name in the 50s and 60s. On November 4th, 1980, Magic recorded the first media-publicized triple-double. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Triple-double. It was catchy and quickly identified a superior player in the main offensive categories. Now a famous trio. Like the Bee Gees, Barry, Robin, and Maurice, it was points, rebounds, assists. The assist had come of age and grown up to be a star. As its role escalated, the all-time NBA record for league-wide assist percentage was set. During the 88-89 season, 64% of all field goals across the entire league were assisted. Here's the top 10 all-time assist list as of 2026. 9 consecutive titles for Stockton, 87-88 through 95-96. He had the 28 assists in this game. He also has the NBA record, 14.5 assists per game, 1990. All of the players in the top 10, they're playing after the assist definition changed, except for Oscar, who's number 9 and maintains the league owes him 10,000 assists. The WNBA all-time leader, the great Sue Bird. But you can see how many players are active and are trying to chase Bird down. The 2026 W, as we record this, they're still in season. So far, 66% of makes are assisted. NBA teams, 2025-26 season, 62%. In the 2010s, the NBA made one last adjustment. An assist is credited to the player tossing the last pass leading directly to a made field goal. but only if the player scoring the goal demonstrates an immediate reaction toward the basket after receiving the pass. A lot of room to maneuver there if you're the official scorer. For instance, this play, Curry's 4,000th three-point make. One scorer might say, no assist. It's a loose ball save to a nearby teammate, and that sideways dribble is not immediate reaction toward the basket. Another might say Moses Moody has got to have an assist for saving the possession and then finding Curry. That one dribble was still an immediate reaction toward the basket. MIT studied 82,000 assists, and among its conclusions, there was no absolute equation to equal an assist. And reasonable people, scorers, could interpret the same play differently, like Curry's number 4,000 three-pointer. Today, the scorers table looks like this. Check out those first two rows. There's 20 to 26 people there. The official scorer is called the primary caller, and his assistant primary inputter. The caller never takes his eyes off the floor, but barks out, Anunoby, 3-shot, make, Hart, assist. The assistant taps a touchscreen to input the information to keep up with the speed of today's game. Long way from where it started, where this one man had to evaluate multiple statistics and then record it with his pencil. And here we are now with a loaded statistical team, plus cameras and replays everywhere. All of these analytics prove judgments on the assist have mellowed significantly since the mid-20th century. Like the oldest child of a big family, older brother, saying to current-day little brothers and sisters, man, the household rules you have gone all soft. My rules were a lot tougher. You're spoiled compared to what I grew up with. Long before it converted to an official statistic in 1946, the assist was celebrating the same timeless idea, a primary Naismith goal. Through passing and assisting, teammates make each other better. Sue Bird seems glad the assist has come of age. She says it's the best version of herself, and she's in the Naismith. And you're on the Coach's Road, where basketball coaches travel along with passionate hoop enthusiasts. Coach Burrows, over and out.